Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelvin Creative and I've been offering lessons for some years. In this tutorial, I'm going to help you how to solve the income statement, which is also called the trading profit and loss account, when you have been given additional information. From there, we are going to continue on the financial position statement when you have been given the additional information also. Like in this question we have been given, they are saying trial balance as at 31st December 2020. So this trial balance was not balanced. It is just an extract which is not balanced, just the details that have been jumbled just like that. Like in this case, when you look at purchases are supposed to be debited, but it's credited. It's on the credit side. Sales are supposed to be on the credit side, but they are on the debit side. Bank overdraft is supposed to be on the credit side, but it's actually on the debit side. Capital 720 is okay, and the rest of the other figures are actually not okay. So now in this case, in the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to correct the trial balance like this question which we have been given. So to begin with, we can start with the income statement. So they are saying, according to the requirements here, it's saying you are required to correct the trial balance, then make adjustment to the corrected trial balance from the following notes, then proceed to prepare an income statement. Okay, so let's proceed. Let's prepare the income statement. So income statement as at 31st December 2020. Income statement as at 31st December 2020. Okay, so the first column we should have is for details or particulars. You can put particulars or details. Second column, you can put the cost, the narration. Like in this case, these figures which have been given, they are in kwacha. The currency is kwacha, so you can put the narration like that. The cost, okay, like that. Okay. So in the income statement, the first entry which we enter is the sales. So sales, we put sales there. So sales, we have been given this question, the sales are 4,197,000. So 4,197,000, we enter it there. We have the figure there, 4,197,000. Then after sales, when you make the sale and you realize that after some time, those sales, customers are retaining those goods. Those goods which are retained to us, those are called sales retains. So you subtract this figure from the sales retains. So you say less sales retains. So it's not always actually in the question they'll say sales retains. Sometimes they'll say retains inwards, just the same. Sometimes they'll say retains inwards or sales retains. When someone buys from you, then after some time, maybe the product or the item is not of good quality, bad shape, or some other reasons, of course, maybe they don't just like it. They'll return it to you. So those are called sales retains or retains inwards because they're coming back to you. So sales retains in this case have been given 81,000. So we say less 81,000 there. So we less this figure. So I'll put the figure which I'm saying less in. I'll just highlight in red. I'll change the color, the font color to red. So when you say 4,197 minus 81,000, you're getting this figure, 4,116. This one's called net sales or sales turnover. Net sales. So after net sales, you go to opening inventory. Like in this case, we've been given inventory at 1 January 2020, like that. So the opening inventory in this case is opening inventory 516,000, 516,000, like that. So what comes next after opening inventory is the purchases. Purchases. We have the purchases there. So purchases in this case, we have been given this figure, which is on the credit side, though it's supposed to be debited. 2,240,000. 2,240,000. That figure. After purchases, same applies to this one. When you buy something from a certain shop or from a certain supplier, then you realize that those goods, maybe they are not in good shape, or you don't just like them due to a lot of reasons actually. Of course, you're going to return them. Since you are the ones who are returning those goods to the supplier or to the vendor or where you bought them, of course, those are going to be called purchases returns or returns outwards, because they are coming from your premises going out. So those are purchases returns. So now when you check in the question, we have been given purchases returns. So meaning we're going to use the same term, which is purchases returns. So purchases returns is just below sales returns is 57,000 here. 57,000. So I'll put this one in. I'll just highlight so that I know, okay, this one I'm saying less. I'll just highlight in red color. So the answer which I get is the net purchases. That's the same as the answer which I got at first, net sales. Or even this one is called net purchases. So I'll say 2,240,000 minus 57,000. I'll get my 2,183,000. Then after here, after the net purchases, I can add carriage inwards. Carriage inwards, like how much it costed to bring the goods in our premises. So let's check the carriage inwards. Carriage inwards, it's here. Carriage inwards is 46,000. So I'll add 46,000. I'll add 46,000 to the net purchases and deposit into the next column. So I'll say 2,183,000 plus 46,000. I'll get 2,229,000. So I've got 2,229,000 like that. So this figure is called the cost of purchases. So cost of purchases, I can now add this cost of purchases to the opening inventory so that I find the total inventory here. So I'll say 516,000 plus 2,229,000. I'll get 2,745,000. So this figure which I find, I'll say less. Okay. This figure is supposed to be deposited to the last column. So I said this plus that, I got 2,745. So total inventory is here. So I'll say less closing inventory or inventory at 31st December 2020. So the inventory at 31st December is not in the trial balance, though this trial balance never balance. It's still down here. It's 429,000. So I'll put it here 429,000. I'll say 429,000. So less. So this one I'm going to highlight. Then the figure which I'm going to answer, the answer I will deposit this side. So I'll say 2,745 minus 429,000, and I'll get the answer, which is 2,316. This one's called the cost of sales. So I'll say less cost of sales. So the cost of sales, I'm also saying less. So meaning this one I'll just highlight. So this cost of sales is coming from the 4,116. So minus that one. So I'll say 4116 minus 2316,000, and I get my answer 1,800,000. This one's called gross profit. Now after gross profit, I can add incomes. I have to check in the question if at all I do have incomes. So in the question, I can have profit made on disposal. I can have discounts received, insurance received. I can have allowance for doubtful debts reduced by. So in this question, we have discounts received. Let's add discounts received here. So discounts received is 93,000. This one, discounts received 93,000. So we add 93,000. So when you add these two, you're getting 1893. 1893. This one is called the total income or total gains. So from the total gains, we say less expenses. So which expenses do we have in this case? We have a lot of expenses in this question. So we just have to identify which expenses. So I've got the first one is discounts allowed. So discounts allowed, we add it there, discounts allowed. Discounts allowed, 144,000 comes there. After discounts allowed, we've got carriage outwards. So we add carriage outwards, and the figure for carriage outwards, it's here, carriage inwards, discount allowed, carriage outwards, 216,000. 216,000. After carriage outwards, we've got allowance for doubtful debts. So we put allowance for doubtful debts. Increased by. So the allowance for doubtful debts, we've got 66,000 here. Then when you go to additional information, we've been given the allowance. They're saying increase the allowance of doubtful debts to 81,000. So you find the difference between 66,000 and 81,000 because they are saying increased to 81. So from 66 to 81. So I can say, what is 66 minus 81 or 81 minus 66? So the difference which we find is supposed to be in positive form. So that difference is going to be 81 minus 66,000. So that answer we should get, which is 15,000, supposed to be there. That's the increase from 66,000 to 81,000. So it comes there also. After allowance for doubtful debts, we have bad debts written off. Bad debts. Bad debts, we have 4,000. So also add bad debts there, 4,000. After bad debts, we have got wages and salaries. So wages and salaries, we are going to add it here because in the additional information, we've got something to do with wages and salaries there, 890,000. So they are saying there was an accrued amount, wages and salaries accrued. So we are going to say add, we're going to add that accrual or accrued expense. So we add that accrued expense of 21,000 to wages and salaries there, and we're going to get say equals 890,000 plus 21,000. Let's find the answer. We find 911,000. After wages and salaries, we have office expenses. So you can put office expenses there. So office expenses, we have 45,000. In the additional information also have been given office expenses owing. So we're going to add the owing amount, owing or outstanding amount. So we add the 2,000 there. So 45 plus 2,000, get a 47,000. From there now, we can look at the depreciations. We have one, office furnitures. Office furnitures, we have been given the percentages. So office furnitures, they are saying 20% per annum using straight line method. So straight line method, meaning the answer we should get after we multiply the 20% by the office furnitures, the cost of office furnitures, which is 200,000. That's the answer which we are going to record here. So you can put workings even down here. You can say workings. For depreciation, just say depreciation here. So we start with office furnitures. So the cost is 200,000, which we have here. The cost of office furnitures is 200,000, this one. So you say that 200,000 by 0.2, which is a 20%. So it's a 20% multiplied by 200,000, and we're going to get a 40,000. Just this figure here. So we have a 40,000, which is supposed to be for office furnitures. Okay. Then after that, we have got delivery vans. So delivery vans, they are saying we use the diminishing balance method. So we have delivery vans here. The cost of delivery vans is 270,000. Then the accumulated depreciation for delivery vans is 54,000. So why we are considering the accumulated depreciation is because the statement says we use the diminishing method or reducing the balance method. So whenever you have something like that, first you indicate the cost of the same non-current assets minus the accumulated depreciation given in the question. So it's that 270 minus 54,000, you get the answer. In that case, we have 216,000. So this 216,000, now we can find the percentage of this 20%, which is 0.2. So it says 0.2. So what is 20% of? So it's a 20%, which is just the same as 0.2 multiplied by 216,000. We have our answer is 43,200. 43,200. So this is the depreciation which we are going to add here. 43,200, like that. Then now we can add these expenses we have here. So we add all the expenses we have here, we add them and deposit to the last column. So we say 144,000 plus 216,000 plus 15,000 plus 4,000 plus 911,000 plus 47,000 plus 40,000 plus 43,200. Then we find the total answer there. So this is the total expenses which we find as 1,420,200. That's the total expenses. So these total expenses we lessen from 1893 and we find the net profit. So it's 1893 and we're going to get 1,800,000. So we have to be very much careful. We have another expense which is called rent. So I haven't added one expense, rent. So I have to be very much careful. So I can add that expense, rent. So we add rent there. Rent has been given as 174,000. And there's a prepayment. So it's less the rent prepaid, this one, 18,000. So less prepayment of 18,000. So this one we highlight and find the difference now. So the difference between 174 and 18 is 156. So from here now we can add the other expenses. $144 plus 216 plus 15 plus 4,000 plus 911 plus 47,000 plus 40,000 plus 43,2 plus 15,000, 156,000. So I have 1,576,200. Then you can say this figure from 1,893,000 kwacha. So it's this less the 1,576,200. And we find the net profit. So 1,800,000 1,893 minus the answer we should find as the total expenses, which is in D36. We find 316,800. So this becomes our net profit. Thank you very much for watching the tutorial. Remember to subscribe and give me a like if you like the tutorial the way I teach, so that you also don't miss on any tutorials that I'll be able to post on this channel. Thank you.